Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Thor himself is outside of my house right now trying to bring the sky down. So rather than going outside to do my Pokemon Go walk, I guess I'm going to stay inside and play Gul'dan today. I'm going to go for a corruption build as best as I can. Actually, never mind. I'm going to go for a sustain build, and we're going to see how it works. I just changed my mind on the spot. Or maybe I should actually wait until we get into the video game before I pick the build. Yeah, let's do that. That's intelligent. We're intelligent!
I will not be denied.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Tomb of the Spider Queen. Probably my favorite map right now. I think it's tied with Blackheart's Bay. The friendly team, Falstad, Nazebo, Rhaegar, Gul'dan, and Tyrael. The enemy team, Zeratul, Gazlo, Anubarak, Tassadar, and Asmodan. Testing out a build. Don't hate me. We're going to go for Echoed Corruption level 1. Because why not? Because why not? So hit 30 heroes with Corruption. After the third strike, Corruption strikes 3 times in the opposite direction. So we can get 6 possible corruptions all going out at one time. All I need to do is find a ton of heroes to actually land corruption on throughout the course of the laning phase, and then we should be good to go. That was beautiful. We just got 4 stacks right there. We just got 4 stacks right there. Now again, I've already said my piece many times about how I do not think Gul'dan is a split push hero, but he's pretty good at clearing waves. So I'm going to try to always contest where Asmodan is pushing while landing those corruptions as much as possible. If you missed my earlier Gul'dan videos, his Q ability is called Fell Flame. It's a cone skill shot around him that does some pretty good minion wave damage. His W ability is Drain Life, and we're using that now to restore a significant portion of our health bar. And then his E ability is Corruption, and that's what we're using for the majority of our damage output, or it's going to be the majority of what we build around in this particular match. I tried to sit there and drain through the damage of that Zeratul and the Tassadar, but I was not able to do so, which is unfortunate. But the beauty of this build, or at least I think what the beauty of this build will be, we don't actually know. But the idea is that if we're in a lane, if we're by minions, we're going to be able to sustain like crazy. Like absolutely crazy. And we won't have to worry about channeling Drain Life in order to do that. So crowd control should not be as much of an issue as it was in the last video. Or at least that's the intention. Again, he's a brand new character. We're still trying stuff out. But you don't learn unless you try. You know what I'm saying? We'll just go ahead and try to Drain Life through that. Then we'll go ahead and Life Tap and push these guys down. Regen Globes have become significantly more important in this patch. They restore, I believe, 12% of your total HP. So when you're in a lane, make sure that you are prioritizing those Regen Globes because they're very important. We are going to go for Consumed Soul at, where do you think he blinked to? Like up here? I have no idea. We are going to go for Consumed Soul level 4. This is what is going to allow us to sacrifice these minions that the enemy team has in order to regenerate health. So, there's one. And all of a sudden, we're at a pretty decent health range. It does have 2 stacks, which means we could use it twice. Dude, we're not doing that bad. We're not doing that bad. I am going to have to get a lot of health back here, though. So let's rotate down here. I'm just going to Life Tap like crazy because we're surrounded by our team. We'll sacrifice the mage and then get the Regen Globe. And then go ahead and Life Drain one of these warriors off to the left. Not bad. Not bad at all. Asmodan once again returning to the middle lane. We'll just go ahead and hit him with all that corruption. Man, when they're running away from you, it's real easy to land. The majority of our team located down in the bottom lane now, so I'm going to try to turn in my 14 butts while we're here. The enemy team did manage to take over that bottom mercenary camp, but that's not too big of a deal. Zeratul right behind me. Yeah! I'm going to ping danger, because he's obviously rotating down. No one heeded my warnings whatsoever. We're just going to try to drain on this Zeratul and hope he backs. The Tassadar and Zeratul working very well together. We should be able to... I was going to say, if he stays, we'll just kill him. But we should be able to sacrifice a minion here, get our health back. Go ahead and regenerate some mana here as well. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so we don't have to rely on Drain Life for all of our sustain like we did in the last video, so we don't have to worry about the interrupts. And I feel like I have a bit more of a lane presence in this game than I did in the others, but that just could be a placebo effect. We were a little bit out of position there, but I'll just go ahead and, again, sacrifice a minion to get the majority of my health back. If he wants to dive the tower, then we could sit there and drain life on him and impede any progress that he would potentially have made, unless a Nubarak was to re-engage. Basically, a Nubarak is going to be the determining factor in this game, whether or not we live through the majority of these encounters. If he is able to get in and use his crowd control and interrupt us, then we're going to be in a bit of trouble. We are going to go for Hunger for Power. Gain ability damage, but reduce healing received. Now, this is healing received from outside sources, not from our sources. And by the end of this game, we're going to have several different sources of healing that we can give to ourselves. So we should be able to self-sustain just fine and then get a pretty significant damage bonus from it as well. Let's see if I can land this corruption. Yeah, we got a few. How's our stacks going? We're at 19 out of 30. Probably could be higher. Not really prioritizing it as much as I should, I think. The enemy team does have a slight level advantage, so we do need to be careful. I completely forgot they had a Gazlo. 100% forgot. Go ahead and land corruption on these guys. That damage over time might be hard for them to deal with only a Tassadar. Throughout the course of a team fight, it's very possible that we could chip away at a very significant portion of their health. I'm just going to go ahead and drain life here. Zeratil's still in the area. I was kind of hoping he would engage, because then I could sacrifice minions to stay alive. That's why I didn't sacrifice right away. I was trying to bait the Zeratil. Let's see if we can land a decent corruption here. Oh. I missed all of those. Are you kidding me? We got him. We got him, team. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll go ahead and life tap, get my health moving back in the right direction, or my mana moving back in the right direction. My health moving in the wrong direction. But come in and just pressure this shit down. We'll go ahead and sacrifice the caster minion, get that regen globe, and then I think I'm going to be on my merry little way. All right, Horrify coming out at level 10, because honestly, guys, it's just the better of the two ultimates. I don't see much of a reason to pick the other, if I'm just being totally honest. That was potential fear situation there. Didn't go for it, though. We did manage to do a significant damage over time stack to this Tassadar, so he's gonna have a hard time engaging. Tyrael being the nice teammate. He's breaking me out. You see that shit? You see that shit? We'll just continue to apply damage. The Drain Life is going to secure that kill, and we'll just go ahead and start life tapping, gathering regen globes, sacrificing enemies. We have some pretty good sustain with this. It's not bad at all. Dodge that dunk. We'll go ahead and corruption into that, because they were clumped up. Maybe fear would have been the right thing to do there. I probably could have deterred that fight a little bit. I'm trying to save on. I'm trying to hold on to it for like the best situations, but I think that was a little bit of a misplay there. I think I should have used it. We do have Azmodan up top here, potentially out of position. We can at least... No, I don't even think we can hit him with the corruption. We are going to have to fear here if we want to live, and I was not able to sacrifice a minion in time. Just completely overextended for that. Again, remember, if you're picking up Gul'dan this week, or I guess at any time in the future, remember, he does not have any escapes up until level 20. So it's important that you're always extremely mindful of your positioning and you don't try to overextend like I just did to get the kill. Basically, I just broke the #1 rule in Halo. I chased after a kill, and I should not do that. All right, we're back up. We're going to go rejoin our team. Our damage is looking, yeah, it's okay. Have we stacked up this thing yet? 3 more corruptions on an enemy hero. That'll do it. So let's go to the middle lane where there's more heroes. Oh, and they're in a straight line for me. How lovely. I don't think I hit quite all of those. The VP does go down. I'm not too sure what they were expecting to gain out of that VP, but you know, it happened. The judge into the drain life. Will it be enough? No, of course not. Of course not. We can land a decent corruption here on this Gazlo. Someone is caught in the cocoon, breaking them out. Corruption has a really fucking long cooldown, man. A really fucking long cooldown. All right, we're gonna back up and start to sacrifice these minions behind us to stay alive. We need to life tap and then drain life off of something. Here, I'll just keep tapping, drain life off of one of these spiders or something. Not too sure why we continued to engage there at all. We had already, you know, done the damage we needed to do, and we just sacrificed a ton of spider butts for that. So that wasn't worth it all. The enemy team does have 81 spider butts, so when they decide to turn in, we are going to have to deal with that. They are turning in right now, but hey, I can at least land a little bit of corruption on them. Going to drain life off of this minion just to sustain myself. Looks like we were actually able to interrupt that, which is kind of surprising. The Horrify going out will hit Asmodan, but kind of moved him in the direction he was already going. Not happy with my Horrify performance in this game at all. Zeratul is behind us. We'll hit him with Corruption as he is running away, or at least try to. Health not looking too good right now. I'm going to start backing out. Hopefully Tyrael will be okay. We're going to life tap, Regen Globe, sacrifice, and then, yeah, we're okay. Let's go ahead and pick up Healthstone here at level 13. Healthstone is just going to be exactly what it sounds. It's going to be a fell candy that we eat to get our health back. I'm once again in the cocoon from this Anubrak, but he is going to be taken down in the zombie wall. The VP stopping our Falstad as well. So we were, you know, we were in that to win it, but unfortunately they kind of put a hamper on our advantage. That was a really good gravity lapse. Can I land the corruptions? No, of course not. So this would be a situation that normally I would be a little worried, but we'll just go ahead and we'll Healthstone, and then we'll be totally fine. Look at that! All right, we're pretty even on XP. Let's push this down. We're going to need to life tap just to get our mana back, but then we could just drain life off of this mercenary and everything should be fine. We'll go ahead and use corruption on this as well. Get that dot stacking on these minions. Not exactly what I want to do with corruption. I would love to be applying that to heroes as much as humanly possible, especially as we are going into level 16, and that's where it really starts to gain a lot of its power. But you know what? We'll just do what we can. Trying to turn in, while I did have 18 butts, I wanted to just get them in, and then I'm going to go rejoin my team and see what we can do here. I'm probably a little overextended. Yes, I am. So here's a sacrifice. Good judge. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Let's be sure to thank our Tyrael. He just used his ultimate very well to save us. I did have the Horrify, so that was a possibility. We could have used that to get away. But you can see how much shit I've just lived through because of this consumed soul, and now my Healthstone as well. We're going to be able to get a lot of health back really, really, really easy. And it's important to remember that Rhaegar isn't going to be healing us as much with this particular build because that's one of the downsides to our talents. But we can kind of take care of ourselves pretty well, I think. That was a good corruption. It was a good corruption. Look how much damage we did to that Zeratul there as he was running away in a straight line. Now, I did say in my theory crafting video that I thought this ability would be extremely easy to dodge, and I still stand by that. All you have to do is do a very slight change of direction, and you'll dodge the entire impact. But hey, I mean, if they don't notice, that's not my fault. He noticed. He noticed real good. Good on him. We'll go ahead and drain life into the Zeratul. Now we have our Healthstone. Then we can go up here and sacrifice. Sacrifice into the Regen Globe. We're gonna have to Horrify here. Decent Horrify. Drain life on Tassadar because he can't interrupt it. Dude, I'm getting so much hate back here. What is going on? I am out of mana, but let's go back to this. I'll be able to land the corruption if he keeps running in a straight line. Actually, let's... God, there's so much shit going on here. Let's try to land the corruption on these guys in the middle lane. I did miss. We are going to have to go back. Never mind. I could actually stay. I could stay. We're going to life tap. He'll get that Regen Globe. And then I'll drain life on this shit. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. I do need to drain life again pretty soon, though. So now, Ruinous Affliction. Corruption deals bonus damage. That's important. That's important. So if we are able to land all 3 waves of corruption, like right here. Okay, not like right there. But if we are able to land all 3 waves of corruption, what's going to happen is that all of a sudden we're going to get a pretty significant damage bonus on our corruption. It's going to do like 500 bonus damage on that 3rd impact. It already has a pretty significant damage over time mechanic. We've been landing it okay. We're doing a decent amount of damage. And now it's going to also have a little bit of burst thrown in as well. Something that might be pretty difficult for a solo heal Tassadar to deal with. I'm pushed up really far right now, but it's because 2 members of the enemy team are dead. And I feel pretty safe that we can live through the burst. Oh, shit. Okay. How do we do this, team? Team, how do we do this? Oh! Healthstone! Yes! Okay, now we can channel. Fuck, that dunk killed me. That dunk killed me. Thank you for the wall. It was good. Why does that always happen when I say I think I can live through things? Oh, shit. I even knew that they would be rotating down on me, but I had the arrogance to be like, no, I got this. No, we're good. We got it. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be fine. This motherfucker. Alright, so we're gonna be up in 10 seconds or so. Top does not look like it's going very well. Zebo might be able to burst down someone up here. Actually, we just traded the Gazlo. Nazebo just kind of casually walking away, but no, the Azmodan will put a stop to that. I do think it's interesting how many Azmodan players I see now after this patch. Keep in mind, I've been grinding him like crazy. I've been playing a ton of Azmodan. I do think it's interesting how many Azmodan players I've seen now after, you know, what I could see. I mean, I think his patch nerfed him considerably. So it's weird to see so many people picking him up all of a sudden after a nerf when he was like crazy good before. At least I thought he was. We're just going to use our Hellstone, reposition, go ahead and sippy cup. Look how much self-sustain we have this game without having to channel. It's so cool. I really like it. I don't have any spider butts to turn in. Someone on our team has a significant portion. It's spread out pretty evenly between Tyrael and Falstad. Oh, he wants to get... Oh, okay, that makes sense. Our Falstad did disconnect from the game, but it looks like he is back. I would love to take a camp. This one's actually already started, so I'm just going to go ahead and start Drain Life on this. We won't be that crazy effective at it, and also keep in mind that our sacrifice does not work as a bribe. That's important to remember. I forgot to mention that earlier. It's only lane minions that you can sacrifice. All right, let's go in with our cooldowns ready. Zeratil's in front of us. If Zeratil's in front of us, I probably just want to go ahead and start draining. Yeah. Yeah! We're going to make it. This is going to be a significant team fight. It doesn't have to be, but I have the feeling that it's going to be. We'll drain again. Just make sure we stay high on health and mana. We do have enough to turn in, so we should do that. I'm just going to spam click that shit. Make sure they get the idea. Nazebo probably is the one. Yeah, Nazebo has half the gems. I'm in the VP. Rhaegar should run into the VP in that situation, but it looks like he was cut off a bit, so we're not going to have our healer here. Now I'm in a cocoon. Do you ever feel like they're picking on you? Because I'm starting to get that vibe. We'll go ahead and Healthstone early just to make sure we stay relatively healthy here. I'm going to drain life on this Tassadar, force him back out. And now we have the Horrify on Zeratul, just to make sure he doesn't deal any burst damage to us. We'll get out of the range of the red spaghetti, then re-engage on this Azmodan. Body block, body block, body block. Can you? That's 3 corruptions! Yeah! And then I'm gonna drain, because that's all I have. Nice! Fucking nice turnaround. Now I have to tap, 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 tap. Sacrifice something. Let's get 1 off to the side and drain life on that. All right, boys. I told you that was going to be a significant team fight. I told you. I told you. Now, level 20, we do have a lot of options, really, with this particular build. Well, 2 options. We have Demonic Circle, which is our get out of jail free card. I don't feel like I need it. This build has so much fucking sustain that I don't feel like I need the get out of jail free card. So we're going to go with the damage bonus on Haunt, and I'm excited about that. Anything that I hit with my ultimate is going to be hit with the vulnerability debuff. 25% increased damage. Keep in mind, if I land the Horrify correctly, they're also going to go exactly where I want them to go, which could be directly into my team. And that means we could be able to just completely blow something up if we are coordinated enough. I like this. I'm really enjoying this build, actually. He's running away. Let's see if we can land those corruptions. We hit a few, but that's a pretty big Tassadar shield. I wonder if I could sacrifice his beetles. I don't think I can. I am pretty sure it's only lane minions. This Asmodean is chunking me quite well. We'll go ahead and use our health stone. Okay, let's horrify here. Of course, it was right after he sprinted. I'm not going to have any sustain. Of course, I could have used the get out of jail free card there with the portal, but that's okay. Looks like the boss will get the top keep, so we're going to have lane pressure there, and the objective will get the middle keep, so we're going to have lane pressure there as well. So all things considered, even though we lost the trade in that team fight, we lost one more hero than they did, we still came out on top just from pure pushing advantage and core vulnerability standpoint. Bottom lane is still pushing pretty well, but Asmodean should be able to clean this up no problem. He should just be able to kind of walk in there and dunk it. I am curious to see his build, though, because I noticed some Asmodean's going for like a completely different thing. So this is Sieging Wrath. Every time Global Annihilation hits a hero, its damage is increased by 4 up to 100. That seems lame. Yeah, I mean, his build's not that crazy. He picked Imposing Presence for what exactly? For Falstad? Oh, Falstad went auto attack build. Okay, so Imposing Presence makes sense. I wonder how popular Asmodean's other ultimate's going to be now. Now that pushing is a bit more of a formidable strategy. The enemy team was able to pick up this second objective on the map. Let's see if we can... Oh, God. See, the problem is here that we were fighting really early without our team. Or the friendly team was fighting really early without us. I am going to sacrifice a minion. I can't get into the fucking VP. Shit. Shit. So this is an awful team fight all of a sudden that we should just have completely disengaged from in the first place and didn't need to happen. Then, so I walked into it knowing it was a 4v5 at the point that I walked in. I walked in too deep. Didn't sacrifice any minions, didn't use my health stone, wasn't able to get into the VP. It's like everything that could have possibly gone wrong went wrong. Now, the good news, the great news, is that the enemy team is pushing the middle lane, and they're not pushing the bottom lane. The bottom lane only had the tier 2 structure remaining, so they could have gotten a lot more value out of just pushing that. In fact, they could be on the core already if they were just pushing that. But it looks like they will get the middle keep, and that is totally fine, because that is so much better than our core being fucking dead. I'm going to be respawning in just about 5 seconds. Gazebo's just behind me, Rhaegar back up, so they won't be able to go for core here. Good. All right, so rotating bottom to clean that up makes the most sense. They're only going to get a tier 1 building up top. That's not a big deal. The fewer catapults we have to deal with, the better. Really, them killing bottom, even if they didn't go core, would have gotten a lot more value in another way as well. I mean, if you look at the map, we did not kill their keep. So if they killed ours, they would have had free catapult pressure. Whereas the middle keep that they killed, we already have catapults spawning there, so they're just going to kind of cancel each other out. So I am completely okay with those turn of events. In fact, I think we are at a perfectly fine spot still. We are a level down on the enemy team, which is kind of unfortunate. We should just use this time to get as many camps as we can. Even if we have to confront them, as long as we are able to use the VP to our advantage and go in it and make ourselves immune to damage, we should be able to control these fights really, really well. I need to use my Horrify more. It's something I'm not doing enough. All right, let's rotate up to the middle lane. Asmodean potentially out of position. I'm totally fine looking for a fight here, because while we're fighting, we have stuff pushing bottom. All right, so the cocoon has already been used. Here's the Horrify. Not bad, not bad. New rack is going to be taken down. I'm going to try to push in and do something here. Here's my health stone. Yeah, go ahead and do that. See how it works. Corruption going out. We'll try to focus down this Zeratul real quick. Good VP. Shit, they could turn this around. That was a really good VP. We do have the pet from Nazebo still with us. Yeah, I think it's probably better we just cut our losses, unfortunately. I tried to cast the Horrify a little bit earlier, but it did not go off. I guess I wasn't in range. So let's deal with these catapults. No big deal. We'll go ahead and corrupt the lane. Oh, I could sacrifice these. Easy mode. Fucking easy mode. We do need to be mindful that Zeratul is still alive, and I just used all of my PvE regen. So we do need to be a little bit careful. But it looks like the friendly team is responding. They will boss. They're already poised to go boss. They have the numbers advantage to go boss. And we probably need to contest it. All right, let's go. I just went back to get some health and some mana. We have the health stone. That's ready to go. We have 1 minion sacrifice. That's ready to go. Horrify is ready. So I think we're poised and we're okay to do this. I'm going to Horrify way earlier this time. Will we be able to kill that Zeratul just like that? I don't think so. I think he just blinked back to his Tassadar. Dude, this nub, he wants it. He wants it. Let's just drain life. Let's make him use his cooldowns to stop me. Corruption here as he runs away. Good corruption. Very close for that zombie wall connecting and being really, really good, but it was just a little off. We're going to have corruption again in just a moment. Good judge, good judge! Oh, I tried to channel the drain life. Didn't quite work. Let's kill this Gazlo. I think I missed the corruption. Good, 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 good. No, I hit him, I hit him! Nice! All right, let's boss. Let's boss like a madman. Dude, what a turnaround. We started that fight outnumbered too. Awesome. All right, I'm just gonna drain life on this. It's probably my highest sustained damage, even though I didn't talent for it. And we'll just throw in these fell things when it's on cooldown and make sure we're life tapping liberally so I don't have to do it all at once. All right, this is looking good, boys. We have a gigantic numbers advantage. We're going to be pushing to the top lane with a boss, which already doesn't have a keep. And now we just horrified their motherfucking tank, who I believe does not have an escape. So please tell me we have this. Oh my God. No, fuck it. Ignore it. Ignore it. Push. Push. Push, push, push. He is wasting our time. He is wasting our time. We need to be moving in and we need to be hitting the core. It's good that we got the kill, but the more time that he can stop us from doing core damage, the more likely his team is to come back and win this. And you'll notice right now that Zeratul's respawning. The boss is already in here on the fucking core, and we're not doing any damage to it because our team was chasing around that Anubarak. So definitely a very big misplay. I don't think it'll cost us the game because this is a 27-minute giant after all, but still a misplay. All right, we're gonna sacrifice these minions. We'll go ahead, we'll get the health back. I'm gonna drain life off of that catapult and the core will go down. I like this build. I don't think it'll work on every map. I do not think this build will work on every map at all. But on a small map like Tomb of the Spider Queen, where there's minions just everywhere that you can constantly life tap. I mean, if you go back and look at this video, nearly every single one of our engagements was right in the middle of a minion wave, or close enough to one that I could drain health and be totally fine. So in that regard, I think it worked out pretty well. The talents I went for in this particular match: Echoed Corruption at level 1, level 4 Consumed Soul, Hunger for Power level 7, Horrify level 10, Healthstone level 13, and then Ruinous Affliction at level 16. I did go for Haunt, the Haunt upgrade for Horrify at level 20 that gives the vulnerability, but I only picked that because I was pretty confident in my ability to self-sustain with all of our other talents. If you go for this particular talent build and you're still being focused and you're still being killed and you don't feel like you can live through everything, Demonic Circle is going to be the way to go. Thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh shit, 4 days in a row.